Hello and welcome everybody. It's Rose Smith here from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thank you for joining me for the Sensational Scorpio July horoscope. Okay, so we don't have all of the turbulence and carry on from June or May that we have had to deal with, but we do have a bit of an interesting month, even though it is quieter generally speaking. We've got Capricorn in, we've got the full moon, which is a super moon in Capricorn, and it's in your third house. So this is the area of your life that deals with promotions, if you're in business or marketing, your communications, perhaps study, whether that be formal or informal. And also distant family members such as cousins or siblings even. So there could be a bit of a shake-up in those areas, but I'm always positive and think that whatever happens is for the best. Okay, stay tuned for more info, but before that, what I'm going to do is draw two tarot cards as theme cards for the month for you. And if you are new, subscribe and be alive and hit that notification bell right now. Let's go to the board. Here's your horoscope, but we'll look at your cards first. So for the first half of the month for you, Sensational Scorpio, I'm closing my eyes. I see somebody laying bricks. Okay, this is about foundations, putting in new foundations to strengthen your life. Okay. The card that comes up is the Three of Swords. This indicates there may have been some pain in the past. It's probably to do with a relationship because the red heart's here on the cheek, and even though there's some sort of spiritual bond going on, the physical aspects of the relationship are harder to deal with. So some decisions that need to be made, and maybe you need to strengthen your self-esteem and your confidence. We've got Saturn here in your fourth house of home and family. Maybe you felt restricted in some way there to do with your family, and yeah. But I'll put that one there. Let's see what happens in the second half of the month, because anything is possible. All right, let's see what comes up. Oh, okay. So this is fabulous because this is still about home and family, but there's a definite improvement. This is about kindness, compassion, empathy. Somebody sees your side of the story. Somebody empathizes with you. They help you in some way. There's a lot of love and affection. Also here you see the child's rocking horse. So it's like we're dealing with the inner child that has been hurt, the hurt little girl or the hurt little boy. And then you'll see the mother here has a green skirt on, which is about growth. She's preparing food. And this symbol here, home and hearth. So the security and the comfort and the sense of safety around your home is very important this month. This is the end of the cycle, and a new cycle is about to begin. All right, let's put these cards here because they'll come up during the horoscope, no doubt. All right, and I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger so that you can see better. Move it all up. Okay, so we can get everything. All right, so you see here I've written some notes. Supermoon in Capricorn in the third house that I've talked about already. This is called a royal chart because in the old days, royals got everybody to do everything for them, basically. But what it's really referring to, it's just saying that relationships are more important this month, and no man or woman is an island, and so we need other people. It's quite a busy month because Mercury is jumping across three houses here. Mercury likes to organise and have lots of communications. And at some point here with Capricorn and the supermoon's in each house for about 2.5 days. At some point, it's going to come towards Capricorn, and they'll be conjunct. You know, whether it's a super time or not, only you can tell, but there could be a bit of turbulence when a supermoon gets near Pluto, because Pluto is about endings and beginnings. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes. So could be a bit of a disagreement or a blow up about something, but and then things are restored. I won't say to normal, but they're restored in a better way, in fact. So there's a bit of a sort of rumbling going on, and then things are much better. Okay, let's have a look at your horoscope in depth now. Now, it is a very Mars-heavy month for everybody, and we start off with the 30th of June to the 3rd of July with Mars squaring Pluto. This gives you a lot of energy for achievement and personal power. You want control over your life, which is completely understandable. Do watch for domineering people, or watch for that in yourself. You might be domineering yourself in some way. You might be pushing yourself too hard. Watch that you're not overly compulsive about doing your own thing. You don't want to be restricted. Remember, I talked about Saturn here and building. When you're building a house, if you've ever done that, oh my God, we've done that. Built a house literally ourselves. And you're restricted along all sorts of lines, whether that be finances or, mechanical or engineering lines, or, there's lots of things that you have to change your plans and work in with lots of rules. And, Mars doesn't like that. Mars just wants to do what Mars wants to do. So you have to find a way that you can be free, but also follow the rules. 3rd of July to the 19th of July, Mercury moves into your 9th house here. And so this means this is about freedom. The 9th house is called the house of the higher mind. It's about your spirituality. Often there's some sort of association with people from other countries. Maybe you want to go for a trip to a distant land. You want to travel in some way. You want to meet and learn from other people from other cultures, or who have vastly different beliefs to yourself. It's also a time of philosophical discussions, or maybe you're thinking about studies so that you can expand your mind, because the house of the higher mind wants you to enlarge your vistas, the vistas of your life. So think about the big picture and escape some of the details of, the mundane details of life. 3rd of July to the 6th of July, Mars opposition your ascendant. Watch in relationships, for conflicts about power, control, dominance. There could be disputes, especially with significant relationships, and especially because Mars is there as well. Mars in Taurus, and this could affect your important business and personal relationships. Okay, so it can be a little bit difficult. On the upside, if there's somebody that you fancied but nothing's happened, you might be feeling more bold, and you might reach out to this person, but they might love it too. So it is a bit of a risk. Mars, it does often encourage risky behaviour. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, 3rd of July to the 20th of August, Mars in your 7th house, I just talked about. But the other thing with this is you're probably less willing to compromise. Maybe you don't want to overlook things that are, difficult. It's like you don't tend to give the benefit of the doubt. So take a deep breath before you say anything, because there could be more tension here if you do say something. But on the other hand, sometimes you have to speak out because you can't control the energy within anymore, and then it comes out skew and it's actually worse. But again, if you want to initiate contact with somebody that you want to make a special connection with, you've got more energy for doing that. 8th of July to the 11th of July, Mars squares your MC. This is a time when you really want to sort of advance your direction in life, but there's some sort of resistance around it. So take a deep breath, be patient. All through this Mars, these Mars aspects, the key to success is to be patient, not to push too hard. Supermoon in Capricorn in your 3rd on the 13th means that likely to engage in a lot of communications, a lot of chit-chatting, but there's emotional considerations that are underneath, So, and the other thing is things from the past come back. Maybe your feelings are sort of, you wear your heart on your sleeve. People see how you feel. That's okay. We've all got that sometimes. 16th of July to the 11th of August, Venus moves into your 9th house here. This is beautiful. Maybe you're attracted to foreign cultures or art or music, and people with different history or different experience to what you're used to. The exotic and the unknown have more appeal to you than the familiar. It's also an excellent time to go on a trip, especially to somewhere where you've never been before. It's great for sharing and comparing your spiritual, maybe your religious or philosophical ideas with other people. And that can open up a whole new dimension of your relationship if you do that. 18th of July to the 3rd of August, Mercury moves into your 10th house here, and this brings your career and your life direction into focus. You're likely to be communicating, telling people about what's happening in your career or where you want to go. It's also the house of reputation, and so there could be a lot more online communications, and just be careful how public or personal you make those communications. And it's also a great time to communicate with people who could help you in some way. The 1st of July to the 4th of August, Saturn trines Mercury. Your mental concentration is excellent. It's a great time for reading, writing, analysing and researching. It's also a time for some self-discipline, which is fabulous because it actually helps you do stuff. You get stuff done. So when this time is happening throughout the whole of July and into August, then you can really achieve, put your head down, knuckle down, get some work done, get some things done, and you'll have such a wonderful sense of achievement when you do that. Your thinking is very clear and objective, and you're quite likely to make wise and intelligent decisions, whether that be in business or personally. You'll also perform quite well if you have any exams or mental tests that you have to undergo. 21st of July to the 22nd of August, Sun moves into your 10th house here. This is fabulous. It brings your career, your reputation and your role in the community, your contribution to the world, that comes to the forefront. And you're likely to make significant gains now in these areas. You're likely to be recognised for what you've done. You get credit for your accomplishments now. If you've done your homework, it's a great time to ask for a promotion or to ask people in positions of authority. They can help you in some way, and they probably will. The new moon in Leo in the 10th house also brings a new beginning around these areas of your life, and that's on the 28th of July. So maybe you are thinking of changing jobs or changing the direction of your life. And after all of this that happened here in the 9th house, maybe you're thinking about moving to another country or travelling to another country. That could be on your mind, but how do you do that? There's some practicalities to take care of. And down here with Saturn in your 4th house of home and family, this could be keeping you where you are. It's like your home is offering some sort of restriction or boundary, stopping you perhaps, or hindering you travelling overseas or just floating off into the world. You have to find a way to do both. Maybe you go overseas for a short time and not a long time, or maybe you get someone to look after your home. There has to be a solution to that. Then we have the 29th of July to the 1st of August, Mars conjuncts Uranus. This can bring up some wild, crazy ideas, okay? And just watch that you're not overly rash, that you don't just dive in where angels fear to tread. You could be feeling a bit impatient, a bit reckless. You want excitement, you want independence, and you want freedom and liberation. So it's very strong. And it's all about what you want, okay, which is fine. But just take a deep breath and think about it. Try and plan it out. Get a structure. Maybe you really do desperately want to go overseas, but find a way. It's not a case of just running off into the sunset and doing it and leaving a mess behind you, because Saturn is putting the brakes on the plan, if that's what you're thinking, okay? Saturn wants you at home at the moment, so it's like the energy within you is split, and until you get Saturn, cooperative, and helping you in some way, there's going to be, a bit of back and forward perhaps in your mind. Okay, so that is your horoscope. I do hope you found it useful. Dear Scorpio, yes, perhaps you are feeling a bit intense, and it's not just traveling overseas. It could be the same. I could say the same things about if you want to do some sort of say you want to change your job. It could be that you've got a mortgage to pay and you can't so easily just throw in the towel and go along without a job, so yeah, a bit to think about, dear Scorps, but you will work it out, so it mightn't come to you immediately, but you will work it out. Okay, so have a fabulous month. You're certainly going to have a very insightful month about what you need. If you are new, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell right now. Thank you so much. Okay, have a wonderful month, everyone. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.